Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to Sevtech Age 2. It's got really sad. I've before we do an update on what I've been up to, I made a little mini village over here for the guys. They're all safely locked in here. It kind of resembles an old people's home, quite frankly. But they all really want to go and play in the field. Except because there's cactuses there. And villagers, well, they're idiots, aren't they? You know, it's only a matter of time before one of them kills himself on a cactus. So I'll let them in there soon, I think, because that's really what they want to do. They can safely spend their time in their little huts, and then they can potter around in the villager-friendly safety zone over here, like a ball pit for villagers. Anyway, let's go and see what I've been up to. I've done a few bits and pieces in here. And there's lots more to do. Just getting started, really, more than anything. But starting off, let's go and look at let's see, the less exciting stuff. I made glass, which you'll be unsurprised to hear is made from sand. Okay, and you put it in the heater. Nothing very radical there. Just stick it in here and you get a block of sand out. But you might notice something a bit different about the melter. Use the right one. It's a melter, not a heater. There's lava in here. That's right. That's because I had to switch it out. Now, coal is not... I like the idea, but coal is not... doesn't produce enough heat to melt iron ore, which I've got a little bit of left in here as well. I haven't got an ingot cast, though. I need to make one of those. Yeah, so I've now got a different sort of tank in the bottom. It's a bit like a tank for a tinker's. You know, the one that holds the lava, but it's a porcelain one instead. Not everything, you know, some things work together, like the faucet and the porcelain melter work together, the one from Tinkers. Sometimes they work together, sometimes they don't. So I've discovered that I can do casting as well, but it has to be a porcelain casting table. I couldn't do it with the Tinkers one, which is kind of a shame. But at least I've got that working, and I can make my own Tinker's stuff. And you may be going to yourself, hold on a second, why not just make Tinkers? Make a Tinker smeltery? Well, the problem is, I've got loads of bits in here, until I got to the controller. And unfortunately, the smeltery controller needs a special crystal in it. They've changed the recipe. It needs a crystal in it, and that comes from the Between Lands. And apparently to get to the Between Lands, I need to locate some druids in a swamp biome and punch them in their druid faces, in their little hoods, until they give me some stuff to go to the Between Lands. And that's going to be an episode on its own. So I won't be doing that this episode, but we'll do some other stuff and bits and pieces instead. So I have been casting a few bits and pieces. So I now have a bronze pickaxe, Neville, and he's slightly worse than a standard bronze pickaxe for some reason, I don't know why. And we have Colin, the sword, who's a bronze sword, and he's slightly better than a normal bronze sword, which is fine. But I keep the standard one around because I don't like to have just one pickaxe on me at one time. I also have a bronze plated shield, which is made just by pouring bronze onto a wooden cast to make a bronze one. And again, you may be thinking, well, you've got iron now, why not use iron? Well, iron isn't really any better than bronze in a lot of cases. It's not better for the sword, and it's not better for the pickaxe. It is better for armour, though, so I will make some iron armour. And I could start making Tinker's armour. But I'm thinking, I bet there's some cool materials in the Between Lands. Why don't we go and, you know, see what we can get there, and then make some armour out of that. So I'm still stuck with my junky armour. I've made some new wild dog pelts, and I've got some iron armour I'm going to stick on when I'm going to go druid punching. Always a fun. Who doesn't like to punch a good druid every now and then? Or a bad druid, possibly. Right, before we do that though, let's do something else fun. Back in here, last time we saw this, I had it wrong, okay? This is the spindle, and I had the spindle stuck on the top of the spinning wheel, and that's not how it works. In the recipe, it just says throw things onto the spindle to make it work, which is a bit confusing, but that's literally what you do. So if we take some hemp fibres, it can actually land on top. Look, it's spinning it into sheets. Isn't that cool? Remember, this is made by the same guy as Better Than Wolves, and he does do some very, very cool stuff indeed. So there we go. So we're making sheets, and there's other things you can throw on. I think you could throw leather things on there as well to spin them to the spindle, and other fun stuff like that. That's really cool. I love that. But you might be thinking, well, okay, why are you making sheets? Well, depending on what I've named this episode, you've probably guessed what I'm going to use it for. In here we have some wind sails and some more hemp cloth, and we're going to make a windmill. Actually, 1 second. I can't see because my options tab is in the way. No. There we go. I couldn't see what I was typing. Windmill. There we go. And you make wind sails, which are oak panel siding. And I think I should about have enough. There you go. Cool. Now, I think I could have made a windmill before. It's not really any better than a water wheel. So there's no real reason to make one. It's not on the tasks, the list of tasks up here in the achievements or anything else. But I like windmills. In fact, I may have told you before, my hometown, the symbol for my hometown, one of the prominent features, is a windmill that's been there a very long time in various iterations, and it's currently being restored right now. So I'm very fond of windmills. I just want to build one for the sake of it. And maybe we'll power, if we get like a furnace or something over here, we'll power that with a windmill instead. There you go. Although, ooh, a vertical windmill. 1, 2, 3. That's 8, isn't it? I'm gonna make a few. How many more can I make? Right, I'm gonna make a whole bunch more. We'll make a vertical windmill because why not? That seems like fun. I've got a fish in the box. When you have water around here, there are often fish splashing around nearby, and they fling themselves out of the water and then die on the floor. There's always a regular supply of food in this place. Also, just finishing off the last few thingies here, last couple of sheets for the sail. There we go. I discovered something else of a shortcut. Remember we were making axles for all the machines, quite frankly, is what we were doing. There you go. 8 sails. Perfectly. Perfect. That's not perfect, though. There we go. Lovely. We'll look at that in a second. I've got a gearbox, which I have put away somewhere. Here it is. Okay, good. Okay, thought I'd lost it. Axles. Yeah, so they used to take a black quartz to make. I've just realised you can make them out of sidings. And you make sidings from, I think, from this. Hold on. Yeah, so you make them from this. So you put planks on here, and then you put the sidings on there. And all you need is a bit of rope then. So the whole thing would take in a trip to the beneath or whatever it is to get that stuff. It's all gone. That's kind of good, isn't it? It's a bit of a relief. I was just thinking of my black crystal supplies, thinking, I better go get some more black crystals. And thinking, no, actually don't need to. Good. Okay, well, let's put it here for now. Put the windmill. And I imagine this has got to go this way. There we go, like that. And I usually have to get mounted on an axle. Like that. Is it going to work? I hope so. Wow, I need 7 axles. This is going to be a big thing, I think. Okay, well, we'll do 7 then. Okay, wow. I'm really glad I discovered that alternative recipe for axles. And grew a lot of hemp. Too few vertical axles. But I got to be the top one, maybe. What do you mean? It's not enough. Oh, this is annoying me. And I can't jump that high for a change. That's a bit of a surprise. I might have to look this up if I can't work out how to do it. How much room is it going to need? Oh my god! Look at it. Where's my spade? I'm glad I wasn't in the way because it'd be quite hard to do it otherwise. Oh! Oh my god, that is so awesome! Oh, I like the original windmill, but that is amazing. Oh, I think I'm in love. Beautiful. I've got to find something to power with that now. I mean, it's monstrously huge. That's really cool. The only problem is watching out for thunderstorms. It's a pretty minor thing, but I remember from thunderstorms that in bad weather the thing goes fast, and if it goes too fast in another thunderstorm, it will break the gearbox, which is fairly minor to repair. It's just irritating. And the way to avoid that is to turn it off when you need to. But I can't even make levers yet, so that's out. Awesome! I love that. That's one of my favourite things of this pack so far. Okay, now I'm going to do something else now. Possibly less fun, but we'll find out, won't we? Let's see when we get in there. Of the other tasks I need to do, no, under the sea. No, we're not going to go under the sea yet. I do know there's an ocean monument not a million miles away from here, and I can, of course, with blood magic, make a thing that'll let me breathe underwater in return for blood. But instead, woolly blankets. That sounds nice. How do you make wool? A bit more prosaic than making a big funky windmill, but it's still fun. A block of wicker. Okay. She's made from sugar canes. I guess the idea is that we're... I know I've got some. Where are they? That we're stretching... Maybe stretching it over? How many was it we needed? There we go. Maybe we're stretching the wool over the wicker or something like that. I mean, it could be worse. We could be making... How do I make this? Can I make it? I make it from string. I don't have to go and shear a sheep. That's good because I've got loads of cotton. Somewhere. It's right here. I'm looking. You're looking at it, aren't you? And you're shouting at me because I can't see it. Or is it in here? No, it's here. Okay. Work knife. Work knives are still useful. Flint work blade. Lovely. There we go. Was it like that? Or was it like that? There we go. Loads of string. And then what was it again to do this? Yeah, I mean, they could have made it worse. Knowing this mod pack, I mean, when you get wool off of a sheep, for a start, it's full of dirt. Whatever the sheep happens to have been rolling around in, you know, that's there, and or whatever the sheep happens to be doing. I mean, you know, sheep make a mess on their wool. You could have to card it out and comb it out and wash it. There's oils in there like lanolin and things like that as well. And they're not making us do that, so it's not so terrible. Can I just for a second concentrate on what I'm doing and get this bit done? It's only making wool, for heaven's sake. Is it really that hard? But apparently it is for my brain because I'm trying to talk at the same time, and that, you know, that's just one too many things to do. So I presume we can now make a bed. Yay! Woolly blankets. Lovely. Can I make a bed now? Can I? Can I please? We're off to the between land soon, aren't we? I would like. I mean, the leaf bed's okay, but you know, it tends to attract the bugs, and there's kind of a lot of, you know, you get a lot of banners. How exciting! No beds? No. Oh, I was hoping to make a bed. What's the point of making the wall then if I can't do anything with it? This is what I mean. See, you look up what you can use wool for. Where's bed? Oh, no. It's because you're not looking through. Stop complaining when you're not even looking. This is kind of cool. A sword pedestal. I don't think Colin's really epic enough to have his own pedestal. Yeah, what is this? A spruce seat back. Oh, we can go decorating. I'm not going to go decorating. Don't worry. A spruce case. Wow, we're in sort of Skyrim territory of filling your house up with crappy material, aren't you? Really? Okay. Let's at least make a bed. Oh, so, it's too much effort to make a bed yet, isn't it, really? I've got to make 2 more wool yet. We'll sleep in this one again for tonight. Just one last time, in the leafy straw bed. It's definitely making me itchy. There's things in there with me. And we'll make a nice bed in the morning. Well, apparently you have to make a new block of wicker every time for each block of wool, which seems kind of strange, really. Don't know what the purpose of that is, but there we go. We're doing it anyway. We'll put some more fish on there for some delicious sandwiches, and we'll finally cast away our bed. At some point, I'm going to put. No, I don't want to. Well, I'll put my bed here for now. There we go. Yeah, can I set my spawn point? I can't remember. How do you do it? Can't remember how to do it, but there we go. I've probably set it. Good stuff. Minor stuff. Yeah, Yeah, we'll leave it. I really need my own house at some point, don't I, really? I mean, the old bloody villagers have got their own house before I have. And I'll get there eventually. It's just, I've not got time. I'm a busy man, okay? I'm a busy guy. That's the problem. Right, what we need to do now, though, before I head off and start punching druids, I need to make sure I've got enough supply of materials. And I've got mostly what I need. I've got my equipment. I've got loads of food. There's tons of food. That is not a problem. But probably what I really need is to make sure I've got enough for my blood lantern. So we'll go and check my supplies over here. Now, a few things have changed, I think, since we were last here. Yes, I don't think you've seen some of this. So, the altar has not fundamentally changed in terms of what it does. We can do some extra things. So you can replace, at this stage here, stage 2, you can replace the cardinal direction runes, the ones that aren't in the corners, with the blank ones with other runes. Okay, and I've made here a rune of self-sacrifice and 2 runes of sacrifice. Okay, the rune of self-sacrifice means that when I stab myself, I get a bit more blood back for it, which is kind of cool. And for the rune of sacrifice, and they stack, which is why there's 2 of them, what I can do is I can do the far preferential thing of stabbing other people. Okay, and all I need, well, in theory, you can stab any creature, okay, that's close enough to the altar, and it will kill it in 1 hit. And the more hearts it has, the more blood you get in the altar. But things like pigs and cows won't give you very much because they're easy, I guess. Monsters will give you more, and villagers will give you lots. We're not sacrificing Bob and his chums over there. Bob is no longer living in the woods over there. I've returned him to his community. He's living over with his little chums in the old person village. I'm staring at the little garden, and I'm not going to sacrifice them, but I do sacrifice monsters at night. And if we, and by the way, the ocelot totem's here, so we can sacrifice creepers without them possibly blowing everything up. Have a quick look though. I've hardly used any. I'm spamming these lights things everywhere. I've hardly used any LP, but you know, just because you haven't used very much doesn't mean you can't go out and stab a few more people. I think in the future I'm going to need more blood for more rituals. So, for example, taking a splash underwater and using it to help me to breathe. That will be necessary for that. So let's, by the magic of editing, let's get to night time and we'll go and stab a few monsters. Oh, worries me. Here I am, a poor adventurer, wandering out in the dark. I hope no scary monster comes to get me. Oh, for God's sake, he's not even looking. Come on, you idiot. Get over here. Come on, I know you like to blow things up, don't you? Yes, you do. Come on. Come on, you keep chasing me. We're nearly there. Come on, you're nearly there. Come on. Come on, look at all this stuff I've built over here. You can come over here and blow it all up. Don't get distracted by the tree. Come on. Come on. You come over here, little buddy. Come here. Oh, no, there we go. 1 hit kill. And it fills it up. The more hearts they've got, the more energy you get out of them. Or more blood you get out of them. Even if they're skelly bums. Even if they're skellies, you can still get blood out of them. It's fine. Actually, oh, I hear somebody. Well, the trouble is now they're archers is part of the problem. The skellies. Does make it a little bit trickier. Where are you gone? Where are you? It is actually sadly very, very easy to collect a lot of blood very quickly. Because the 1 hit kill thing is just... Ah, here he is! Ah, you swine! Ow! No, don't shoot me. It was easier when you were just skelly bums walking around and you weren't trying to stab me. Come on. Come on. He's gotten bored. Look. Come on. Come over here. Don't shoot the ocelot. Come on. Ow! You could be quite close to the thing. He's not close enough. Oh! Yeah, it was easier before, because they've got to be quite close. It was easier before when they had... where did I get that egg from? When I had... Did someone lay an egg? Did you lay an egg, a zombie? It's almost full already, look. And free armour as well. Yeah, it was a bit easier when the skellies didn't shoot at you. Oh, wrong blood orb. Where's my other blood orb? Never mind. But you can see, I think this thing's pretty much full already, actually. Where is it? I think it might be, you know. 7885. Not quite full. So there's a bit more room. I was a bit worried about that. But, you know, you can easily fill this up. And then all of that goes straight into my... into my soul total, my life, my invisible life pool that's out there. You know, and I use that, you know, I could easily pump this up. I can put another rune on here to make this hold more life points, you know, and I could spend a night out here quite easily. Well, I've lit it up quite a lot around here now, but quite easily filling it up with a lot of blood, you scumbag. Ow! My new armour. I need my shield. Oh, how come you're going so fast suddenly? They do that sometimes. How about you, buddy? You can't go in here? Here he is. There we go. So there we go. Right. So, how much have we got now? See, what was that? I gained about 1,000 points or something there, maybe. Very, very easy to pump up your life points really high. And get spare armour. I get lots of spare armour out of it. I used to get lots of wolf armour in the past. Now I've got lots of iron armour to keep me going. So I think next session, I think we're going to go and find some druids and give them a darn good kicking, and head off to the Betweenlands.